If you recently started a new job or just got selected for one, first of all, congratulations. As you start your journey in a new company or in a new job, one of the books which can be super helpful for you is The First 90 Days by Michael Watkins. I am very fortunate that very earlier on in my career, I was able to get my hands on this book, and I've applied the lessons from this book on almost about 10 different jobs I've started or new assignments I've started over the course of my 19-20 years of career. So watch this video till the end, because in the next 5 minutes or so, I will be sharing with you 5 lessons I've learned from this book, which you can apply to your new job. My name is Jamil Hai, and I've been working in the corporate sector for the last 19 years, and my mission is to help you build real-life skills for your job and career that they don't teach you in college. So the first lesson from this book is don't wait for others to tell you what to do. It's linked to the first 2 strategies in this book, which is promote yourself and accelerate your learning, because not every company will have the best onboarding plan for you. Some companies are very good at onboarding new people, others are not. So don't wait for them to come and tell you what to do. Instead, start working on your transition plan yourself. I made a video some time ago on 3 things to be successful on your new job. And the first thing I mentioned there is to actually read this book again. But the second one was to have your own transition plan. What are you going to achieve in the first 30, 60, and 90 days? And this book provides a very good framework for that. The second lesson I learned from this book is what has made you successful in the past will not necessarily make you successful in the future. This is linked to the 3rd chapter mentioned in this book, which is matching your strategy to the situation. And there have been a number of examples cited in the book where managers who were doing certain roles before moved to new positions, and they tried to apply the same tricks and ultimately failed because those were the wrong tricks to be applied on the new job. So it's very natural to assume that, hey, I've been a successful career professional and I've used these skills in the past, so I'm just going to blindly apply them in my new job. Well, what this book highlights and what I've personally learned as well is that strategy can easily backfire, because you have to understand the situation and then make sure that you're applying the right solutions, because you need to understand the challenges of your new job, and those challenges might be very different than your previous job, and then apply the relevant strategies that will make you successful. The 3rd lesson from this book is to identify low-hanging fruits and try to achieve them quickly. Whenever you start a new job, you will see that there are some things which are very hard to achieve, but then there are things which you can do with minimum effort and get the maximum output. So try to understand what are those things on your new job, because securing early wins will ensure that you have an opportunity to build a strong reputation with the organization as quickly as possible. The next lesson is try to align on key metrics and success criteria. This is mentioned in the book under the chapters of achieving alignment and negotiating success, because it's very important that as soon as possible you align with your boss what are the metrics that will show your success or failure. So these could be metrics in terms of achieving a certain target on a certain KPI, or they could be things like completing a project or hitting a milestone on a project by a certain date. But if you don't have those defined quickly enough, then you will always struggle to define what does success look like for me in this job. So defining that North Star early on is going to be very helpful. And the last lesson is focus on the people above and below you in the organization. What do I mean by that? For people at your level or at a higher level, try to identify who are your allies in this new job, or who could be your allies in the new job. So for example, if you're leading a project, there will be people who would be critics of the project. At the same time, there will be people who will be supporters of the project. So try to understand who are your natural allies, and then there might be people who are opposed to the project, but by having an effective dialogue, you can probably turn those critics into allies as well. So try to understand this landscape and then work accordingly. So similarly, for people below you, especially if you're a line manager, make sure that you are doing everything to build a strong team. Try to gain the trust of your colleagues. I've made a separate video on how to build trust quickly, which I'll put a link somewhere here, which you can watch. So building the trust across the organization as quickly as possible will almost guarantee your success in your new job. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you have got any questions about this video or any of the other content I make on my channel, please feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok.